Welcome, audience. Into this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about some things, some of my opinions about Leatherman and Gerber, and I haven't made a video like this for a very long time. Um, pretty much just because I thought, well, nobody cares about your opinion, but I guess some people do care. I mean, some people will watch what you have to say about them, what you think. Anyway, I just want to quickly talk about some things that I've been feeling with Gerber. So, I am a big time Gerber fan. I have a lot of their multi-tools. I have their center drive, their MP450, their MP400, the Prybrid. I have the Shard. I have the suspension and the suspension NXT. Gosh, I had to think about all those. I've also had many of their knives, starting with their paraframe, their uh, their Ayako. Gosh, what else? Okay, I'm losing track, but I have many of their products, and I just wanted to talk about some of the things I've been feeling with this company for the longest time. So clearly, we all know that for the past few years, they have been listening and making better products than what they have traditionally done. We all know that they sold out a long time ago, and I think they're really trying to come back from that with their awesome Made in USA gear. And they've always had just like some products in their lineup that are just fantastic. And no matter what, though, those products are always overshadowed by the lousy um, products that they make overseas. I'm not saying that all overseas products are bad, because many of them are absolutely fantastic. Some of them are better than USA made products. I'm just saying that the materials are horrible. You can get a fantastic design knife like this. This is the Ayako, and I love its design. Has a sort of a green, coppery aluminum handle scale here, steel frame lock, 3.5 inch. Really cool blade, very hollow, thin behind the edge. It's really cool. Front flipper design. But this knife is made with really bad blade materials. And that's one thing I kind of want to talk about today is Gerber's decision to use 7CR17 MOV. This knife steel is horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous. I don't think you can get it any better than what they have. You can sharpen anything out there in the world. Anything can sharpen. But its ability to retain that sharpness is really what makes it valuable in a knife steel or a knife metal if you're making your knives out of something else. And their constant use of 7CR17 MOV is just it's ongoing. I don't think they're ever going to change using that steel. They have last year released knives that are made with D2 steel, but that was just one knife in their lineup of an enormous amount of knives. One thing I don't understand though is how that 7CR17 MOV steel blade, and this from the center drive, they're so similar. And this is 420 high carbon. Why can't they just make a 420 high carbon version of this and put it in that? Heck, I would even use this knife if this knife blade was on it. This short little knife blade. If that was on here, I would use this more. But I really don't use this all that much because of that annoying edge retention. Other than that, this would be a really great knife to use. It just feels great. And their design is always good. They have really good designers. But the execution of all their knives is what really lets me down. And I think lets other people down too. There are many people who say they'll never buy another Gerber. That's not the case for me. I just really want them to improve the materials they use. Their designs are totally fine. In fact, some of them are really cool. You might remember the knife called the Highbrow. There's a Highbrow and a Highbrow XL. I wanted so bad to buy those knives because their design is just so cool. But I know that they're 7CR and the lock on the back is very faulty. I was seeing so many reviews of those, just how faulty they were. And coming out of the factory, many of them were also scratched up and not anodized very well. That is a huge, huge no. I just don't understand that sort of thing. When you look at what Leatherman is making for $40, this is the free. It's a very, very compact, small tool. It's supposed to replace like a Swiss Army knife. You got a little knife blade on it, a small little 2-inch knife blade with a beautiful hollow grind. You know, much like this one, this also has a very nice hollow grind. I mean, I'm not really comparing these two. These are so different. But you get 420 high carbon in this. 420 high carbon knife blade. Cuts like a dream. You get a little screwdriver with a little scraper thing, package opener. Phillips with a bottle opener. A mini flathead with a reamer and a awl. Actually works very well. And this is $40, made in USA. How is this thing... Okay, when this was released, I bought it for like $33. $33. Now it's like $26, $27 on Blade HQ. But how is that possible? They're really just cheaping out. They don't want to make good products, and it's not anything that they're being held back from. It is the company itself. It is the way they're doing things. They could make things better if they wanted to. They could make this 420 high carbon, at least, but they're not doing it, and that's their fault. And so, that's why I am not going to buy a Gerber for a very long time. I think the last one I bought was this one, actually, a couple years ago. This was the very last one I bought, and I haven't bought any since. How many Leathermans have I bought since? Jeez. Quite a bit. I don't know. Yeah, I've bought like 6. But I mean, I don't know. I'm talking about their knives, but I'm a multi-tool guy more than a knife dude. So that's what I compare mostly. In price, these are very similar knives, and I don't know. It's just sad to see. It's sad to see that a company that can make a really cool tool such as this one is also making a lot of garbage out there. If they could just design the exact same knives they're designing with better steel, that would make things 100 times better. 100 times better. Features on multi-tools are like one and done. That sort of thing doesn't matter anymore because I can flick this thing out. It is extremely loose. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it has a center driver or anything like that. It doesn't matter. This has drivers too. So Gerber, please get your acts together. Please. And this is coming from a big fan. A big fan. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is the bit kit. This is the tool. No matter how I put this in here, that's about as much as it closes. That's about as much as it closes. What is that? No matter what I do, put it in this way, the other way, it will never close completely. I don't get that. I don't get that. Right out of the box, it was like that, and I just don't get it. So please, if you're a Gerber fan out there, please stop buying Gerber products until they get their whole act together. You start using better materials, their quality control gets a little bit better, because we're the customer and we're suffering for it. Until then, just keep using other things, because the thing that you use daily is the thing that you're advertising. And I really want to stop using this thing. I mean, I don't want to stop using it, but I don't want people to see that, like, I'm carrying a Gerber, like, oh, they should get a Gerber too. Maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't. But if we keep buying from them, they're just going to keep making the same trash over and over again. So, until then, I'm just going to keep using Leathermans and Spydercos and all sorts of things out there. Things that just aren't expensive. I don't use expensive things all the time. Really, I don't. This I actually got used. So, yeah, just until then, I'm just not going to buy anything else. Thanks for watching.